Hi, I'm John McAuliffe, Chief Marketing Officer of VFM Leonardo, and welcome to the VTV channel. VTV is a weekly series of interviews with industry experts on the latest topics in travel e-business, and specifically online merchandising practices that help hoteliers extract more value out of their online presence. As always, we encourage you to email us at vtv@vfmleonardo.com to suggest topics that you would like us to cover in future episodes. Today I'm joined by Tom O'Rourke, the President and CEO of O'Rourke Hospitality Marketing. O'Rourke is an award-winning hotel marketing firm serving clients worldwide. Tom's expertise is in hospitality marketing and internet marketing strategy, with nearly 2 decades of strategic marketing experience as a successful entrepreneur. O'Rourke Hospitality is a proven expert in hotel marketing and provides a complete range of marketing services to global hospitality brands, including Marriott International, Renaissance Hotels, Weingartner and Hammonds, Hilton Hotels, Holiday Inn, and Sawgrass Golf Resort and Spa. Tom, thank you for joining us and welcome to VTV.
Thank you, John. I do appreciate the invitation today.
Well, we're looking forward to your insights. And in particular, our topic today is video, what travel shoppers want. Certainly video is a big topic in the e-business area. And recently I came across a study that Google had conducted where they asked travel shoppers, at what stage of the travel planning process do you watch video or visit a video site? And they found that across all 5 stages of the travel planning process, starting from research right through to post-purchase, more than 60% of respondents viewed video at each one of those stages. In your opinion, why is this media so popular?
Well, John, I think that people connect with video. They really want to visualize the destination and understand their surroundings. And I think that just helps them through the beginning of the thought process when planning a trip. And secondly, I think that people just don't have time these days. So the whole idea of taking all that time to read through vast amount of data to get up to speed on a destination or indeed a property is time consuming. And I think that if they go to places like YouTube and within 2 or 3 minutes consume all that great content, that it's just easier for them. And I think finally, one of the biggest things from my standpoint is building trust. I think people really have come to a point where they want to go to YouTube, look at videos that have been produced by past guests or local folks from the destination to understand what the, for lack of a better word, the real deal is. I think for a long time, the traditional website design has been centered around producing that great photography and look and feel. And it's not that people distrust that, but they also want to look at other video to help them through the process. And I really think that's why it's so popular today.
Right. So it sounds like when you were chatting about that, the different components that you were speaking of, that there's different types of video that hotels can produce. Can you give us any insights and knowledge as to what types of videos the travel shoppers really want to see when they're researching hotels online?
I think that they're looking for 2 different types of videos. The first one is a professionally shot video, both of the destination and the property. And the second one is more of a casual user-generated video. The professional shot one of the destination, I think, helps travelers to understand what's going on in the area in terms of where the museums, where the restaurants, get a real good feel for the not just the exterior of the building or a simple shot of a restaurant internally, but really get to understand the neighborhood so they can start aligning what their needs are for the trip with what the destination has to offer. And I think the same pertains to the hotel property. You just don't want a flat image of what's going on in different parts. You want to understand whether it's a virtual walkthrough or it's a flash type video that walks through all areas of the property to understand what the rooms are really like, understand the lobby area, the restaurant area, the dining. If you're a meeting planner, I want to see it's one thing putting together a floor plan of what the meeting space is, but show me how it looks. How does it look really inside? It's easy to design a meeting planning card with all the square footage, but does it meet the group needs that I'm trying to bring to the property? And I think the other part goes back to the trust. That user or the past guest or the person in the area, just to show them what's really going on.
So it sounds like, without putting words into your mouth, that those two types of videos, the professional one is there to inspire the travel shopper and let them know what that hotel has to offer to them from the hotel's viewpoint, whereas the user-generated content can be used to build a level of trust or a validation that what the hotel has inspired you with is in fact real. Is that a good synopsis of that, Tom?
That's a really good synopsis, John. I thoroughly agree with the validation, and that's genuinely what it's used for. And going back to the professional one, both of the destination of the property, that's to entice the customer. So it's almost like the travel shopper today needs to look at both sides. They want to be enticed, but they want to validate. Right.
How can a hotel go about? Certainly they can produce their own videos and hire professional video production places to develop a story that entices travel shoppers. But how do they conquer that world of user-generated content and find videos that help validate the story that they're trying to paint in their own videos?
I think this really goes back to thinking about what the travel shopper is going to search on. So let's say, for example, I'm going to Dubai next week, and I'm trying to figure out what the great restaurants are in Dubai. And as a hotelier, if I'm out there generating content around that, not really pushing my brand out there, but taking more of a concierge view as to what's going on in the destination and the interesting places to go to dine and eat. And if I start developing video content around that when people come to search on great places in Dubai, that video shows up in the organic search section, and that potential guest clicks on the video, likes what they see, and it just so happens that your hotel, for whatever hotel that will be, shows up.
Yeah, certainly generating content has almost become the new advertising, if you will.
It truly has, John.
Yeah, and there's a great opportunity for hotels to look at content as advertising vehicles to their hotels. If I were a hotel and I needed to produce some video, what types of things would you recommend I include or not include in that video in order to inspire travel shoppers?
I think I would combine both. I would take destination and property and combine them to give the overall view of what's going on. Not only because, when I make a decision to go to Austin, Texas, for example, I'm not thinking about the Four Seasons. I'm not thinking about Marriott. I'm not thinking about Renaissance at that point. I'm thinking about the event of why I'm going to Four Seasons. And then I take a step back from that and say, well, based on what my needs are, what type of property would suit my lifestyle? So I think as hoteliers, if we start thinking about combining that content, so it's almost a one-stop view for the travel shopper, you've got a better opportunity to market your property as well as the destination.
Tom, thank you very much for your insights on video, what travel shoppers want. We enjoyed having you on VTV and look forward to having you back.
Thank you, John. I do appreciate the time.
To all the viewers out there, be sure to post your comments on this episode of VTV and subscribe to our feed to receive more valuable insights from industry experts.